Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's youth devotional. I've got you here in my home office. You can kind of spin around with me in my office chair. We've got Tamo's work desk right there. He does some freelance. We've got my home office right here. Up here we've got my prayer list for each day, and maybe I'll work those into a youth devotional when I can, so you can see what those are about. But today specifically, we're here to talk about what is God like? Who is he? How do we know what his character is like? How do we know who he is? In John chapter 14, verses 8 through 9, Philip was very bold and he asked Jesus, who is the Father? Who is God? Can you please just show him to us? And Jesus was very quick to respond and said that when you see me, you see the Father. These past few years that we've been spending together every day, and you've been my disciple and my follower, you've been seeing God. That's really important because before Jesus came, God had been utilizing priests and prophets and kings to communicate to his people his will, his wishes, and try and communicate about who he is and his character. But there was some flaw there in that human form of communication. So Jesus came down as the Son of God, and he was able to flawlessly communicate the character of God. So during that time that the disciples were spending every day with Jesus, they got to see God in action. So they got to see Jesus feed hungry people on the mountainside by multiplying bread and fish. They got to see Jesus raise up dead people and heal the sick. They got to see him stand up to people, religious leaders who were being hypocrites and weren't speaking truth and abusing their religious power. And they got to hear Jesus talk about a kingdom of God that was very different than the Roman world kingdom that they lived in, because he was talking about a kingdom that was ruled by peace, that was ruled by love, and that was ruled by servitude. What's important to note today is that Jesus walked here on earth. He was radiating the brightness of God's glory and flawlessly expressing his nature so that through him, people saw God in action. They saw God be involved with ordinary people like you and me and be involved compassionately and lovingly and care about their lives. So that's the first time that God was seen in such a way. So that's why Jesus says that when you look at me, you look at God. So what we're gonna do is stop here for today, and we're gonna pick up again on Friday, and we're gonna find 4 characteristics in the Bible of God that we can see by looking at Jesus. All right, so I'll see you guys again in a few days. Bye.